What's up guys, Mickey Motions here, and this is a Formula 1 2012 commentary. And in this commentary, I'm going to be talking about Formula 1 2012 in wet conditions. Now, first of all, I would just like to point out that the wet graphics have improved. They've added more stuff to the wet graphics. You can see there's a rain just coming up right in front of the screen. That looks more like a green screen effect, to be honest. But even so, they've added more stuff to make the experience a bit more realistic to how it is in real life. Some people don't like it because you can't really see that well, but that's how it is in real life anyway. Also, you guys will notice that there's these splashes coming out of the tires. If you look to the left and to the right of the tires, you can actually see that water just coming past. That's exactly how it is in real life. They didn't really have that in Formula 1 2011, and they've just added that in Formula 1 2012 just to add that better experience. But it's not just graphically they improved the wet conditions, they've also improved the way the car handles in wet conditions. It's definitely much harder to control the car in these wet conditions. You have to be very precise in your braking, and you can't brake late obviously, and you have to be very easy on the brakes, as I noticed here, going completely wide. Please ignore my racing because this was my first time in wet conditions on Formula 2012, and I was just trying to find the limits where I can really push and where I can't. Another thing is accelerating. That can be very difficult as well. Just that one little twitch and the car is gone. Even if you use traction control on full, I've tried it on full, medium and off. Even with full, you can go at full speed and you're going to go off still. So finally, thank you Codemasters for making this equal, because if you go online and you're racing in wet conditions, you're going to see all the people with traction control on racing past you, taking seconds a lap time faster than you, and it's just going to be so annoying. Like there, look at that, back end just went out. But I was using traction control on off though. But even so, you really do have to work out what times are the best times to accelerate, and you really need to feel the car, the way the car handles, the way the car has the grip. And I would say the best way to notice this is by using the wheel with the force feedback you have. You instantly know when the rear is about to spin. Another thing I want to point out is that you have to be very careful with brake bias. You need to set it to rear, and that's just going to be one of my tips in a tip series which I'm going to be starting tomorrow. If you don't set it to rear and you brake even slowly, you're just going to go off the track. If you set it to rear, you can brake much more faster and be able to handle your braking more easily. The only disappointment really, which is such a shame, is that there's no monsoon conditions, which I guess this is really close to monsoon conditions. But I remember in Formula 2002, they used to have these monsoon conditions. It was thunder pouring down the rain. You could almost literally not drive at all. That was perfect. But if they could manage to do that in Formula 2013, that would be perfect. As you can see, I go completely wide, once again trying to find my limits. And I think in this race, I didn't actually set the brake bias to rear, which is why I braked so late. And as you can see on the right hand side, I have got less than 1 lap of fuel than I need, so I have to obviously try to save up my fuel in the race. Sometimes in wet conditions, if you push too hard, you will actually lose fuel, a lot of fuel, especially if you try to brake hard or try to accelerate really hard, because that's going to hit the high revs, and hitting high revs can actually take a lot of fuel, and that will actually heat up your engine. Oh yeah, and it's more likely to heat up your engine and make it blow in a wet race, because you're obviously going to accelerate hard, like I mentioned already, hitting the high revs, and that's going to be very hard for you to be able to maintain, so you really have to shift early. But obviously I'll give you some more tips. I'm not going to give too many tips away for now. I'm just going to give you all my tips I know in my tips videos that will be coming up starting tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This is Mickey Motions. I'm out. See ya.